So we were doing kinetic energy in the last class. There were few portions which we did not touch upon. We'll just touch upon those portions also and continue with the questions which we were doing. We did 2 questions in the last class, I remember. So we'll continue with those questions once we do 2 more small theorems, small theories basically. And then today we'll start with potential energy, do questions based on potential energy, find out the difference between kinetic energy and potential energy. And I think till the time the class may get over. If we have still some time left, then we'll proceed with the conservation of energy wala part. चलिए शुरू करते हैं. Relationship between kinetic energy and momentum. So, the kinetic energy is, as we know, is equal to half mv square. The formula for kinetic energy is half mv square. Momentum, the formula for momentum is m into v. P is equal to mv. So from this equation, momentum P is equal to mv, we can calculate the velocity v is equal to momentum by mass P by m. So once you have calculated the value of velocity, you substitute it here in the equation of kinetic energy. So kinetic energy, when I say half mv square, so ये velocity के जगह हम लोग इसको substitute कर देते हैं. तो half into m into p by m का whole square. So this is equal to p square. So this will be half into m into p square by m square. So m and m square gets cancelled, तो एक m बच जाएगा. So which is equal to p square by 2m. So that means the relation between kinetic energy and momentum is k is equal to p square by 2m. तो ये तो kinetic energy का value momentum के terms में. Momentum को निकालना है तो we can write p square is equal to 2m into k. You cross multiply it. So the value of momentum P is equal to root under 2m into k. So this is another relation basically. So momentum in terms of kinetic energy is this. Kinetic energy in terms of momentum is this. So kinetic energy, if they are asking you to write the value of kinetic energy in terms of momentum, you will write P square by 2m. If they ask you to find momentum in terms of kinetic energy, that will be root under 2mk. P is equal to root under 2mk. Clear है बच्चों?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next one, the work energy theorem. So work energy theorem, what it says is whatever work we are doing on a system of particle, that is being converted into energy. So work done on a system of particle is equal to gain in kinetic energy of the system of particle. And if the system is doing some amount of work, then the kinetic energy of that particle, that system is being decreased. So when we do some work on a system, kinetic energy is increased. When some work is done by the system, then the kinetic energy is reduced. So according to work energy theorem, the work done by a force on a moving body is equal to increase in its kinetic energy. So work done by a force is equal to increase in kinetic energy, right? Now, so work done by a force is increase in kinetic energy. Force हो गया हमारा mass into acceleration. So force is mass into acceleration. So what do you do? And we know that work done is force into displacement. Also, now in this force we'll replace the value. Just a sec, bachcho. Okay. So work done is equal to force into displacement. So what we'll do is we will calculate the displacement from this displacement from this equation. Third equation of motion. We have v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So we know that v square minus of u square will become 2as, right? So displacement s will be equal to v square minus u square divided by 2a, right? Work done is equal to force into displacement, right? So force, as we know, is equal to mass into acceleration. F is equal to m into a. ये second equation है और ये let's say third equation. So from 1, 2 and 3, if we combine all this, मतलब displacement का value इससे डाल दिया, force का value इससे यहाँ पे डाल दिया. So now the work done becomes, force की जगह we'll write mass into acceleration. Displacement की जगह we'll write v square minus u square divided by 2a. A and a gets cancelled. So work done is equal to 1 by 2 m times v square minus u square, or work done is half mv square minus half mu square. That's what is given. So half mv square, this is what? Final kinetic energy. So final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy is equal to work done. So work done is final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So final minus initial is equal to increase in kinetic energy. Clear है बच्चों?
Yes, sir.
समझ में आ गया सभी को?
So can you
Yes,
put
sir.
the work energy theorem?
See, work energy theorem gives us a relation between work done and change in kinetic energy. So work energy theorem states that work done by a force is equal to increase in kinetic energy. Okay, so work done is equal to increase in kinetic energy. ये हम लोग को prove करना है, अभी prove करके show करना है. So we know that work done is force into displacement, and force is equal to mass into acceleration, and displacement is v square minus u square by 2a by third equation of motion. So we replace force as mass into acceleration and displacement as v square minus u square by 2a in this equation. Okay, so we'll get work done is m into a by v square minus u square by 2a. A cancel ho gaya. So half mv square minus half mu square. Half mv square is final kinetic energy. Half mu square is initial kinetic energy. So we have proved that work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. This is what we have to prove.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So how much work should be done on a bicycle of mass 20 kg to increase its speed from 2 meter per second to 5 meter per second? So mass is equal to 20 kg, final speed 5 meter per second, initial speed 2 meter per second. Work done, अभी तुरंत हम लोगों ने किया वर्क एनर्जी थ्योरम से, लिखोगे बाय वर्क एनर्जी थ्योरम work done is equal to increase in kinetic energy, or work done is equal to half mv square half mu square. Increase in kinetic energy means final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So half mv square minus half mu square. So work done is equal to half into mass, common ले लो, 20 kg. V square means 5 square minus u square means 2 square. ठीक है? So this will give you work done is equal to half into 20 into 25 minus 4. So this is 10. 25 minus 4 is 21 into 10 is 210 joules. Okay. So work done is 210 joules. लिख लिया सभी ने? समझ आ गया सबको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Written, sir.
Fourth one is calculate the work done by the brakes of a car of mass 1000 kg when its speed is reduced from 20 meter per second to 10 meter per second. See, work done by the brake on the car. देखो जब ब्रेक्स कार पे वर्क करता है तो उसका स्पीड कम हो रहा है 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड से 10 मीटर पर सेकेंड. मतलब वर्क डन is decreasing the kinetic energy here, right? Excuse me. So we by work energy theorem, work done is increase in kinetic energy. तो यहाँ पे वर्क डन देखो नेगेटिव आ जाएगा क्योंकि इंक्रीज नहीं हो रहा है, डिक्रीज हो रहा है यहाँ पे, है ना? So this is final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So half into m v square minus u square, half into 1000. Final speed is 10 meter per second, 10 square minus 20 square. Hundred minus 400 is minus 300. So this is the amount of work done.
Sir, can work done be equal, like can be negative?
Yeah, work done can be negative. When it is done on the system, it is negative.
Okay, sir.
Okay. लिख लिया आप लोगों ने?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Next question है, on a level road, a scooterist applies brakes to slow down from a speed of 10 meter per second to 5 meter per second. If the mass of the scooterist and scooter be 150 kg, calculate work done by the brake. So work done by brake is equal to final kinetic energy half mv square minus half mu square. Half into mass 150 kg. V square is 5 square minus 10 square. So this is 150 by 2. 25 minus 100. So this is 75 into minus 75. So this is minus 5625 joules. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
लिख लिया आप लोगों ने?
Yes, sir.
Two bodies having equal masses are moving with uniform velocities of 2 meter per second and 6 meter per second. Calculate the ratio of their kinetic energies. So see, the masses are equal. So ratio of kinetic energy is equal to half m v1 square half m v2 square. हाफ हाफ कैंसिल हो जाएगा, mm कैंसिल हो जाएगा. v1 square is 2 square, v2 square is 6 square. 4 by 36, which is 1 by 9. So ratio is 1:9. So ratio of bodies, ratio of kinetic energy of two bodies having equal masses moving with speed 2 meter per second and 6 meter per second is 1:9. लिख लिया सभी ने?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
विवान लेट हो गए थे क्लास में. विवान, नाउ पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. सो अभी तक जो हम लोगों ने किया वो काइनेटिक एनर्जी किया था. काइनेटिक एनर्जी जो हम लोगों ने देखा था, देयर आर अ बॉडी can possess energy in two forms. One due to its speed and second due to its position or shape. So a body when it possesses some energy due to the speed is known as kinetic energy, and a body when it possesses some energy due to its position or shape is called potential energy. पोजीशन की वजह से जो एनर्जी स्टोर होता है दैट इज नोन एज ग्रेविटेशनल पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. शेप की वजह से जो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी एक बॉडी में होता है दैट इज इलास्टिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. सो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी इज ऑफ टू टाइप्स, gravitational potential energy and elastic potential energy. Now let us go ahead. The energy of a body due to its position or change in shape is known as potential energy. So the definition of potential energy is the potential energy, the energy possessed by a body due to its position or shape, change in shape is known as potential energy. Sum of potential energies of a body and kinetic energy is called its mechanical energy. So basically, total mechanical energy total mechanical energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Okay. So total mechanical energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy. The sum of both is known as mechanical energy. And potential energy क्या है? That is, the energy possessed by a body due to its position or change in shape is called potential energy. Now, in mechanics, potential energy is mainly of two kinds. हम लोग discuss कर भी रहे थे अभी थोड़ी देर पहले. One is known as gravitational potential energy, due to its change position, and other is elastic potential energy due to its change configuration or shape. Okay. Now, first type of potential energy known as gravitational potential energy. The potential energy possessed by a body due to the force of attraction of Earth on it is called gravitational potential energy. So the potential energy, when an object possesses some potential energy due to the force of attraction of Earth, is called gravitational potential energy. The gravitational potential energy of a body is zero when it is at infinity, because the force of attraction of Earth on the body is then zero. Similarly, at a finite distance from the Earth, the gravitational potential energy of the body is negative, right? Now, so on the surface of the Earth, so at infinity it is zero, and near the surface of the Earth it is negative. Now, elastic potential energy, when an external force is applied on a body, its configuration or shape changes. Elasticity is the property by virtue of which a body regains its original configuration on removal of the external force. The potential energy possessed by a body in deformed state due to change in its configuration is called elastic potential energy. So configuration यहाँ पे shape के बारे में बात हो रहा है, due to change in its shape. So जैसे spring है, तो एक स्प्रिंग को अगर हम लोग इलोंगेट करेंगे, इसका स्प्रिंग कांस्टेंट k है, तो अगर इसको इलोंगेट करेंगे तो एक इलास्टिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी हो, है ना, इट विल हैव सम एनर्जी. सो व्हेन यू रिलीज दिस स्प्रिंग बाय elongating it, it will move, the spring will move in the direction of its mean position with some speed. Similarly, if you compress it, then it will move again in the opposite direction. So elongation होगा तो वापस अपने, basically this spring will try to attain its original shape, original position, right? So because it tries to attain its original shape or original position, the bodies which are attached to it move accordingly. So this potential energy, which is stored when you deform a spring or any elastic body, is known as elastic potential energy. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I didn't understood elastic potential energy.
See, I said there are two types of potential energy. One is gravitational potential energy, other is elastic potential energy. Let's say you have a body of mass m, you take it to height h, okay, it will set to possess some potential energy equal to mgh, mass into height to which you have raised it into acceleration due to gravity. Similarly, when you have a spring or any elastic body, if you are changing its shape, there will be some amount of energy stored in it. ये सब बाद में पढ़ना है, बाद में मतलब 11th क्लास में. अभी नहीं पढ़ना है, but then still I'm just trying to explain you. So there will be some amount of energy stored in it when you compress the spring or when you elongate the spring. तुमने उसका शेप चेंज कर दिया, जैसे ही शेप चेंज किया उसमें कुछ एनर्जी आ गया, अब उसको जैसे ही छोड़ेंगे वहां से वो वापस अपना शेप रीगेन कर लेगा जो ओरिजिनल शेप, ठीक है। इसको हम लोग कहते हैं इलास्टिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। सिमिलरली अगर हम लोग इलोंगेट करते हैं और उसको वहां पर से छोड़ते हैं तो वापस ये अपना शेप अटेन कर लेता है जो बेसिक शेप है, दैट इज अगेन इलास्टिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। इज इट क्लियर?
Okay, sir.
Now formula for potential energy, when I talk the formula for potential energy, we are talking about the gravitational potential energy. Why? Because 9th class के syllabus में gravitational potential energy के ही questions है ना? So formula for gravitational potential energy, consider an object of mass m, let it be raised through a height h from the ground. Okay, तो आपको पता है कि वर्क डन क्या होता है, फोर्स इनटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट होता है। हमारे पास ग्राउंड पे एक मास m रखा है, इसको उठाकर हम एक हाइट h पे लेके चले जा रहे हैं, राइट। अब इसको हाइट h तक लेके जाने में आप फोर्स इस पे कितना लगा रहे हो, बिना एक्सेलरेट किए इसको मूव कराना है, तो ऊपर जो आप फोर्स लगाओगे दैट विल बी इक्वल टू द वेट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट, ठीक है। You are applying only that much amount of force which is equal to the weight of the object. So the force which you are applying is equal to mg, because बिना acceleration के उसको उठा के रखना है यहाँ पे, okay. So you are only applying a force equal to the weight of the object mg, and this force into displacement will give you the work done, okay. So force is mg, displacement is h. So mg into h, force into displacement, will be the work done. Whatever work you have done to raise this object to a height h, that work done gets stored as potential energy. As we have seen, whatever work is done on a system of object, that work done is stored as potential energy. सो बिकॉज एक ऑब्जेक्ट को उठाकर हम किसी हाइट तक लेके जाके रख रहे हैं, तो जितना जितना इसका वेट है उतना ही फोर्स हम लगा रहे हैं, क्योंकि इसको एक्सेलरेट नहीं करना है, धीरे धीरे उठा के लेके रखना है। तो बिकॉज इसमें उतना ही फोर्स लगा रहे हैं जितना इसका वेट है, वेट इज mg एंड द फोर्स विच वी आर अप्लाइंग इज f. सो वी आर अप्लाइंग फोर्स f विच इज इक्वल टू mg in the opposite direction, and we are displacing the object up to a height h. So force into displacement will become mg into h, which is the potential energy which is stored in this system, okay. So since work done on the object is equal to mgh and energy equal to mgh units is gained by the object, this is the potential energy EP of the object. So potential energy EP is equal to mg into h. Clear है बच्चों?
Yes, sir.
सभी को आ गया समझ?
Yes, sir.
Now next point, work done by gravity depends on difference in vertical heights of the initial and final position of the object and not on the path along which the object is taken. एक ऑब्जेक्ट को आप सीधा उठाकर यहाँ फिर से उठा के यहाँ रख दे रहे हो, पाथ 1। दूसरा एक ऑब्जेक्ट को ऐसे ले गए, फिर राइट ले गए, फिर ऊपर ले गए, फिर से लेफ्ट ले गए, फिर ऊपर लेके गए, ये पाथ 2 है। जितना वर्क डन इसको यहाँ से उठाकर यहाँ तक रखने में लगा, बिकॉज हाइट दोनों का सेम ही है, यहाँ ए से बी स्ट्रेट जा रहा है और यहाँ ए से बी जिगजैग पाथ से जा रहा है। हमें पता है वर्क डन इज फोर्स इनटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट, तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट तो दोनों केस में बराबर ही हुआ है, एच हाइट तक गया है, तो बिकॉज डिस्प्लेसमेंट बराबर हुआ है वर्क डन सेम होगा। वर्क डन सेम होगा तो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी जो स्टोर्ड है वो भी सेम होगा। मतलब पोटेंशियल एनर्जी डज नॉट डिपेंड ऑन द पाथ टेकन. ठीक है, तो यही बोल रहा है, फाइनल पोजीशन और इनिशियल पोजीशन पे डिपेंड करेगा ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट एंड नॉट ऑन द पाथ along which the object is moved. So figure below shows a case where a block is raised from position A to B by taking two different paths. Let the height AB is h. In both the situation, the work done on the object is mgh. So one is when the object is directly raised to height h in a straight path, right? And in the other case, it is moved in a zigzag path. Okay. Is it clear? In both the cases, you will find the work done equal to mgh only. Clear, बच्चों?
Yes, sir.
Now let us do some questions based on this. Find the energy possessed by an object of mass 10 kg when it is at a height of 6 meter above the ground. G is 9.8 meter per second square. So we know that potential energy will be equal to mgh. Mass is 10 kg, G is 9.8, H is 6. So this will be 98 into 6, 588 joules. Bhai Naman, are you there? Naman, are you able to listen to me? सागर, तुम्हारा दोस्त बोल ही नहीं रहा है कुछ.
हाँ सर, मेरे को नहीं पता कहाँ हुआ.
नाराज है क्या मेरे से? बोल नहीं रहा है कुछ.
सर पता नहीं.
पता नहीं है, तू कह रहा पता नहीं. बोल तो कम से कम नहीं सर, आपसे क्यों नाराज होगा. चलो, गुड गुड गुड. हो सकता है क्या मेरे से नाराज?
सर होना तो नहीं चाहिए.
चलो दूसरा क्वेश्चन करते हैं. चलो इतना ही तुमने बोला, बहुत 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 धन्यवाद उसके लिए. An object of mass 12 kg is at a certain height above the ground. If the potential energy of the object is 480 joule, find the height at which the object is with respect to the ground given g is equal to 10 meter per second square. So एक object है, इसका mass 12 kg है, is at a certain height above the ground. So potential energy इसका दे रखा, mass दे रखा है इसका 12 kg, है ना, और पोटेंशियल एनर्जी भी इसका दे रखा है 480 joules. फाइंड द हाइट एट विच द ऑब्जेक्ट इज विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द ग्राउंड. हम लोगों को हाइट h निकालना है. g का वैल्यू यहाँ पे दे रखा है 10 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. हमें पता है पोटेंशियल एनर्जी जो है mgh के बराबर होता है. सो 480 इज इक्वल टू 12 into 10 into height h. So I'm sorry, height h is equal to 480 by 120, so which is equal to 4 meter. क्लियर है बच्चों?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next question है, a bag of wheat weighs 200 kg. To what height should it be raised so that its potential energy may be 9,800 joules? So we have to again find H. The value of mass is given as 200 kg and potential energy is equal to 9,800 joules. Okay. And we have to find the height. So potential energy is equal to mgh. Value of height h is equal to, so put the values, 9,800 is equal to 200 into g का वैल्यू 9.8 और h है ना, स्पेसिफिकली कुछ नहीं दिया होता है तो g का वैल्यू 9.8 ही लेते हैं, और ऐसे भी 9,800 इधर है तो it is always better to take 9.8, it will get cancelled, right? So 9.8 into 10, 1000 हो जाएगा, 200 से ये 5 times कट गया, so height is equal to 5 meter. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
लिख लिया सबने?
Yes, sir.
फोर्थ वाला है, a boy weighing 50 kg climbs up a vertical height of 100 meter. ठीक है, so weight है 50 kg, height इसका 500 meter है. Calculate the amount of work done by him. How much potential energy does he gain? So जितना work done करेगा वही potential energy gain होगा. So work done is equal to gain in potential energy. Work done So work done is equal to gain in potential energy. So this is mgh. 50 into g is 100. So this will be equal to, so this is 49,000 joule.
Excuse me, sir.
हाँ जी बेटा.
Sir, in these type of question where gravitation force is not given, so can we take it as 10?
No, that's what I said. If it is not given, you will have to take 9.8. This is the actual value. If they ask you to take g is equal to 10, then only you should take 10. Otherwise, you should not take it equal to 10.
Okay, sir.
लिख लिया बच्चों?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can our class, which is at 8 o'clock, be at 7 o'clock or earlier?
There's one kid which has problem, who has problem. He already has a class. Okay. He already has a class in the evening. Last time also I tried doing it, but then he was not ready to do that. So we also wanted कि ये 7 बजे हो जाए, but then he did not want. मतलब he said that he cannot attend then. So, and because we had already informed the timings as 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Now in the midway, if we have to change, it should be, if everyone agrees, then only we can change. Otherwise, we cannot change.
Okay, sir.
I'll again ask once, again ask if there is some change in plan and he can, change the timings. If he is ready, then I'll change it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
ये लिख लिया सबने?
Yes, sir.
Now, let us see the difference between potential energy and kinetic energy. So, potential energy क्या है? It is the energy possessed by a body due to its change, position or configuration. है ना? उसके पोजीशन या कॉन्फ़िगरेशन के वजह से जो एनर्जी पोजेस करता है कोई बॉडी, दैट इज पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. और काइनेटिक एनर्जी क्या हो जाएगा? इट इज द एनर्जी पोजेस्ड बाय अ बॉडी ड्यू टू इट्स स्टेट ऑफ मोशन, ड्यू टू इट्स वेलोसिटी. है ना? सो दोनों अलग अलग है एनर्जी. एक बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स चेंज पोजीशन और कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, सेकंड इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द स्टेट ऑफ मोशन. ठीक है. सेकंड है potential energy is equal to work done in bringing the body in its change state. So it is equal to the work done in bringing the body its change state. Or second, kinetic energy is equal to the work done that a moving body can do before coming to rest. Potential energy, it can change only in the form of kinetic energy, and kinetic energy can be changed in any form. It can be converted into heat energy and any other form, electrical energy or any other form. So if you have to convert energy into some other form, then you convert first potential energy into kinetic energy and then kinetic energy into some other form. Fourth one is, it does not depend on the speed of the body. Potential energy depends only on the position and configuration. It does not depend on speed of the body, but kinetic energy depends on the speed of body. So these are the differences between potential energy and kinetic energy. Okay?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Sir, can you please explain the second point?
Potential energy is equal to work done in bringing the body to its change state. कर लेना, ठीक है? तो bringing the body to its change state means आप एक ऑब्जेक्ट को या तो उसका हाइट को इंक्रीज कर दे रहे हो, उसका स्टेट चेंज कर दे रहे हो, पोजीशन चेंज कर दे रहे हो, या फिर उसका शेप चेंज कर दे रहे हो. तो उसको उसके शेप को चेंज करने या किसी हाइट तक ले जाने में द अमाउंट ऑफ वर्क डन विच वी आर डूइंग टू ब्रिंग अबाउट अ चेंज इन इट्स स्टेट, है ना, इज इक्वल टू पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. एंड काइनेटिक एनर्जी क्या है? इफ अ बॉडी इज मूविंग, for that body to come to a state of rest, the amount of work done which you are doing to change the speed of the object means change in kinetic energy. So work done to change the kinetic energy or speed of the body is equal to basically to change to bring a moving body to rest, whatever work done you are doing, that is equal to kinetic energy.
Okay, sir.
Now this is another topic. We can start it in the next class. किसी को कोई डाउट है तो मेरे से पूछ लो, या कुछ और पूछना है, कोई और चीज, कोई और किसी भी टॉपिक पे कोई भी डाउट है, you can ask me.
Sir, can you please explain the second point again?
See, there are two things. वन इज पोटेंशियल एनर्जी एंड काइनेटिक एनर्जी. आई सेड दैट पोटेंशियल एनर्जी क्या होता है, एक ऑब्जेक्ट के स्टेट को चेंज करने के लिए जो वर्क डन करना होता है, दैट इज द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. सो वही चीज कह रहा है, इट इज इक्वल टू वर्क डन इन ब्रिंगिंग द बॉडी इट्स टू इट्स चेंज स्टेट. ओके, सो ब्रिंगिंग द बॉडी टू इट्स चेंज स्टेट. कोई स्टेट रहा होगा इनिशियल स्टेट, उससे फाइनल स्टेट पे लेके गए होंगे, या तो कंप्रेस कर दिया या फिर इलोंगेट कर दिया स्प्रिंग को, या किसी को किसी हाइट पे लेके चले गए. तो ये जो स्टेट चेंज कर रहे हैं उसका, उसमें जो वर्क डन करना होता है, दैट इज पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. काइनेटिक एनर्जी क्या है, वर्क डन टू ब्रिंग द मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट टू रेस्ट इज कॉल्ड काइनेटिक एनर्जी. अगर कोई ऑब्जेक्ट मूव कर रहा है, उसको रेस्ट पे लाने में जितना अमाउंट ऑफ वर्क डन करेंगे, दैट इज इक्वल टू द काइनेटिक एनर्जी पोजेस्ड बाय द बॉडी.
Okay, sir.
और किसी को कुछ पूछना है?
No, sir.
नमन, कैन यू लिसन टू मी? अभी भी तुम सुन रहे हो, बात कर सकते हैं? पूरी क्लास में तुम बात ही नहीं किए, तो पूछते रह गए तुमसे. चैट ही कर लो अगर बोल नहीं सकते हो. मौन व्रत पे तो नहीं हो? नाराज ही है बस. एनीवेज, चलो विल स्टॉप हियर देन, है ना? हाँ चलो, फाइनली बोला तुमने. अच्छा, बहुत बारी मैंने तुमको ट्राई किया